everyone. I'm back for a little follow-up about how I make my little mini scrap journals. And so I've been sitting here playing. You can see the mess spread out over my desk. And I've really been enjoying myself, and I made a new one. And this time, instead of making it a small square one, I just extended it just a little bit. So this one is about 5 inches long. Yep, 5 inches long and about 3 5/8 tall. I just thought I'd do one in a different size to show you guys it doesn't have to always be the tiniest of tiny journals. It can be a little bit bigger. It can be bigger than this. It's just fun to play. So I did this one a little bit differently in that I didn't use any of my painted papers, none of them. The backgrounds for all of the pages that you're going to see here are made from magazine pages and catalog pages. Some of the things that you'll see like this was from one of my little printables. And so you're going to see little elements of things I created. Like I painted this green leafy branch, and this is a copy of it. But the background, the very back layer, is all done with magazine and catalog pages. So I would just cut some colored bits or some pattern bits out of catalogs and magazines. You can see that's part of a stack of shirts. This down here was, I think, like some down jackets or something. I don't even remember what I was cutting. I was just looking for color and patterns. And so I think that if you think outside the box a little bit and don't look at the things you're looking at as clothes, just look at them as color and pattern, then you will see where there's an option there for you. I had the most fun with this. I had just as much fun, every bit as much fun with this one as I've had with the other ones. And I'm really happy I did it. So I've already glued a few things down to some of the pages you're going to see, and I've also tucked some things in that I want to glue down to some pages, but I wanted you guys to see what you can turn one of these little scrap journals into. So you're basically making, in this case, a mini journal. So it's not just using the background papers. You can add stuff on top. Like here, I added some images, or an image here. I added some words. And so I'm going to be going through here and finishing out these pages, or for the most part. I mean, they may not be completely finished, but it's going to be more finished than just having the background down. So I'm going to put this on this side. These quotes I got from, most of them, I got these from Janet Nash's channel. When she does her stream on Monday mornings, all of the people in the chat, they share quotes and things, and she just collects them and provides them on her community tab here on YouTube. So I'm going to leave a link to her channel, and you can scroll to the left just a little bit until you find the word community. It's in the tabs across the top. And then she's got several posts in there, and just look through those posts, and a lot of them she's included a link to a Google Drive that has these quotes on them. And so I took that list and I printed them out, and then I changed the fonts around on some of them just to, change it up a little bit. And I'm going to be adding a lot of those throughout this little journal. And some of them were quotes that I already had printed out myself. And so I'm just kind of using some of both. And But Janet does have a nice little list going there. So Janet, thank you so much. We appreciate you providing that link to your Google Drive and allowing us to not have to search up or type up a bunch of quotes, and they're all just there, ready and available. So it's very handy and helpful. Some of these pages are not necessarily finished. Like I may add more to any of these pages. I just wanted to have a little something at least on each page as I go through. So we've got our quote in place there. It says, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So this is just going to be a really nice little journal, little reference, motivational type thing. And I think it's going to be fun to have and to look back at. You know, and if you ever get in a spot where you're not feeling so creative, you go back and look through some motivational quotes and, you know, you feel like, you know, I can do that. And it's helpful. So this bird is part of my printable on Ko-fi for the month of October. I usually try to do a video where I'm creating with some of the elements, and I haven't had an opportunity to do that yet this month. I may still, but this little bird was so pretty, and I wanted to go ahead and include it and show you guys. Lots of pretty colors on that bird. I just love it. I'm going to trim this at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to put this little quote on, I think right here. So you can see how simple. You just put your background down, and then you can go through and just start adding, you know, pretty little colorful things you have. You may have stickers, you may have printables, you know, all those things are usable and should be used. And we've got them in our stash. We just need to take them out and use them. Okay, I'm going to put this little flower here in the corner. I already have the quote on the page. This one says, "In every single moment there is significance. Wonder is sprinkled all around us." Just going to put that right in the corner, right there where it's dark and plain up there. That just pops right up there. Love it. I did go through and put some black and white on some of my pages, just like I did in the previous video. And I'm going to link that video, you guys. If you missed it, if you're seeing this one first, I will link the previous video at the end of this video, and also in the description, so you can find it and you'll know what I'm talking about when I talk about, you know, things I did before. But just like I did before, I added some black and white elements. Some of these are clothing as well from the catalog. This is clothing. This is a scrap that I had in my own stash, and I just used what I had. This is just a catalog image, this little cat. All right, let's see if I can get the edges straightened up. Gotta clip your ear just a tiny bit, little cat. All right, there we go. And then I want to put a little quote on. Let's see. Let's use this one. "It's a happy talent to know how to play." That's a quote from Emerson. When I copied these quotes onto my own Word document, I kind of separated parts of the phrases so I would have room to cut them. For instance, like this one. I can pick it up. Let's see. So I took the first part and then left a gap, put a few spaces in, and then the next part and put a few spaces in, and so on. And that way I could snip them apart, because I knew these pages were going to be small. I wasn't going to have room to put necessarily put a whole long strip like this. So I just spaced them out where I knew there were natural pauses, and that way there's room to put them down on a page like this. And I may come back and outline some of the quotes and things. You know, some of them I have already, but I'm not going to take the time to do that in this video. Okay, let's see what's on the next page. Okay, so this one I've already put a few things on. I've got some images and a quote. So you can see, like, this was clothing back here, laid out, kind of fanned out. Then once you put stuff on top of it, you never even see all that. And you don't even realize that it's clothing. And you don't care, you know. Okay, the next page is done too, with some images and some quotes. And I'm just having the most fun. I could still put a couple of other things here, and I probably will. I think it's a little dark there. It needs to be brightened up just a little bit. Maybe I'll put a number. I've got some pretty little numbers over here. Let's see. These might be too big, but let's see what it looks like. It's kind of cute. I don't mind it. It brings out some of the teal colors in the page. Love it. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. All right, I've got this side of the page pretty much complete. Sweet little birdie and a quote. I don't have anything on this side as far as like a focal image. Got another little flower here. That might be really nice. Oh, I love it. Goes with the bird. Yeah, let's do this one. You can use your stickers, your die cuts, all those things you've got in a stash, in drawers and bins and boxes and bags. Dig them out and start using them. This is just the most fun way to use that stuff, in my opinion. It's just great. All right. Okay, now I need to put a little quote there. I'll do this one. It says, "Don't be afraid to try. Be afraid not to try. If you don't try, you'll never know." And it's just so fun to try and play. And that's really all it amounts to, is just playing. That's all this is. Playing with scissors and paper and glue. Love it. Okay, moving along. I have a quote on this side, and I want to put this little pink flower here. This little flower is also from one of my Ko-fi printables. I'm having so much fun with those printables, cutting them out. I cut them out and then I keep them in a little dish, you know, kind of like this, little drawer. And then I can take them out anytime. I've got ready-made, ready cut out, you know, things I can pick and choose from, and I love it. I just love it. All right, I just think that's cute right there. It goes along with the other pink flowers on the page. Okay, and then this big, I want to call it a butterfly, but I think it might be a moth. But it's gorgeous, whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down. Just that little bit of yellow and orange in the wings just tied it all in together. I love that. It's very contrasting to what was already on the bottom layer with the purple, but it's just gorgeous when you put something contrasting like that. It just makes the page pop. So fun. Okay, and then I'll put this little quote down here that says, "Anything can happen." And then the next page, got a couple of little items to use. I'm going to put my little bird. I made this a couple years ago. I'll put him right here. He just looks so cute in front of that yellow square. I mean, that yellow rectangle. All right, and then the quote is going to say, create what makes you happy. Now, I had left this one. I put a few spaces in between each of these words, thinking I might cut it apart. But I decided not to, and because I hadn't put too many spaces in, it still looks fine. So I'm going to leave it as a whole and put that here. Love that. If it makes you happy, it's never a waste of time. That's kind of pretty. I think I'll put the blue butterfly over there. And you're seeing a lot of repeated elements throughout this journal. Plants and birds and butterflies. You're seeing a lot of those things repeated, and you know why that is? Because those are the things I love. I love all the nature elements and the colorful, fun bits. Just love it. Okay, so the last page on the back, it's already been pretty much decorated, and it has the quote, to smile, breathe, and go slowly. And I just think this is the most fun little journal, and I love the fact that it's made from scraps. The base is made of file folder scraps, leftover pieces, and all of the backgrounds, like I said, were magazine and catalogs, and then just using little bits and pieces of things that I already have cut out, plus the quotes from Janet's community page. I'm just enjoying it so much. How fun. But I want all of you guys to realize you can do this. You don't have to have all the painted papers that I had. You don't have to have all the same stickers or images that I have either. There's plenty of cute things in magazines too. Let me show you this one little image. This little guy, that's just a little image from a magazine. And it's adorable. So, you know, this is a tag. I made a tag, and it's been sitting in my box. I haven't used it yet. Perfect opportunity to use it, you know. It's got a little piece of sari ribbon, a little scrap piece that I just folded over and stapled. So, yeah, this right here is from a catalog, this cute little image. So we can all do this and have fun with it, and I just want to encourage you guys to do it because it is just so attainable. The tab binding is also explained in my previous video, so watch for that if you haven't seen it yet. It's a very simple process, and it holds all of these are all single pages that are folded, and I've stuck them all together by using a tab binding. And there's just little tabs there that hold it all together. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope this gave you some more ideas and some more information. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.